very powerful mentalism effect with you. So if you're watching this video from the beginning to the end, then you are in for a treat. And this is a very practical and a very strong effect. Not only you just divine somebody's thought, but it has another wonderful climax which you and your viewers are going to enjoy. I am 100% sure about that. Hello everybody, I'm Kaushik Biswas and you are watching my channel Kaushik Biswas Magic. Every week I'm uploading several magic and mentalism tutorials on this channel. So if you have come for the first time, or if you still haven't subscribed to my channel, I'll request you please support me by subscribing my channel. If you like this video, please try the like button, share this video with your friends and write in the comments how much you enjoyed watching this tutorial and how much your viewers enjoyed watching this mentalism effect. Also, don't forget to strike the bell icon for new upload notifications. So without much ado, let me perform this trick for you first, and then I will take you step by step into how to perform this miracle. As in case of any mentalism effect, you need at least one spectator whose mind you are going to read. You just cannot read your own mind. But unfortunately, there is nobody here today. So what best I can do is to explain you the effect so that you can understand how strong the effect is. And then I'll show you the secret. So this is how it looks from the audience perspective. You invite somebody from the audience to sit beside you, and let us say that the audience is seated in front, and you show them some blank cards. These are blank on both sides. These are file cards you can show on both sides. So these are blank cards, and you hand the spectator who is participating in this test one of the blank cards and ask him to draw something or to write something. Maybe he wants to buy a camera, he can write a camera or something that is related with him in some way. Just don't tell him write down anything, write or draw anything. Don't say like that. You just ask him to write something that he is somehow related. So let us assume that he is looking for a camera. So he writes camera. So he writes camera, and while he's writing, you are turning away, so you absolutely have no idea as what he has written. After he has written it, what he has to do is he has to push it in anywhere among the other blank cards. So he pushes it in somewhere, and then he is asked to cut this pile of cards as many times as he wants to, every time completing the cut. So let's say he cuts it like so, as many times as he wants to, and all this time you have been turning away. Believe me, you do not have any idea as to what he has written. Now, after he has completed his cuts, and when he is satisfied and the audience is satisfied that the written card is somewhere among the other cards, it's mixed, you can show that the bottom card is not the selected card or the top card is not their selected card, but you tell them that what you are going to do is you are going to find his card. Now, this you do with the help of the sense of touch. So you cut from anywhere in the pile, and the card from where you cut to will be his card with the name written on it. So saying, you just cast your magical spell or do something very weird, and then you just pick up some cards from here and say that I have cut from here and this should be your card. Just take it. So he takes the card and finds that there is absolutely nothing. This is not his card with the camera written on it. And he says that, no, it's not. You act as if you're puzzled, you are worried what you can do. You say that, okay, have you mixed it here? Have you put your card here? He will say, yes. Okay, now let us do something else. So saying, what you do, you just hand all these cards to him and say that we are going to do an Australian deal. So saying, you just hand these cards over to him and say that, do you know what is Australian deal? He will obviously say no. You say that you have to deal the first card on the table and the next card will go at the bottom. You continue doing this till you are left with only one card. All right, so start your Australian deal. So he places one card here and the next card goes at the bottom. The next card on the table, the next card goes to the bottom, to the table, 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 to the bottom, to the table. Now, you say, stop. Wait a minute. Now, he is holding the card like this. Nothing could be seen. And you ask him, or you tell him that, I think you were looking for, or you were thinking of an inanimate object. He'll say, yes. Are you thinking of camera? He'll say, yes, I'm thinking of camera. Now, that is the first surprise. And then you say that what has taken place so far. He has written camera in one of the cards and he placed it among the other cards. The cards were mixed up by him and he has done an Australian deal. And how in the world you have come to know that he has written camera? And the second surprise comes when he turns over this card and this is the very card on which he wrote camera. So there are so many climaxes, one after another, boom, 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 like that. And everybody will be surprised. It is a jaw-dropping experience. Believe me, I've performed this several times in front of live audience, and every time people were simply amazed. People even came to me to know how this could be possible. Now, for the secret. I hope you enjoyed the performance, and this is a great trick. And when I came up with this idea, I never knew that this could be so strong. Believe me, just give it a try. But before I proceed further, I'd like to tell you something very interesting. If you want to learn magic and mentalism more seriously, that means if you want to learn professional magical secrets or mentalism secrets, please become a member of my channel. Every week I'm uploading several magic and mentalism tutorials there. So just go ahead, hit the join button and become a member. Now, for the secret is very simple. For this, you need only 16 cards. So there are 16 file cards or blank business cards. They should be blank on both sides. And then you have to prepare 15 cards and it takes just 5 minutes, not more than that. And one card is completely unprepared. Now, I don't need to show you how to do it, because if I explain verbally, you can very well do it yourself. So what you need to do is, from each card, you have to cut about 1 millimeter from its length. So these cards are all cut 1 mm or 1 millimeter shorter than this card. So as a result, this is the only card which is a long card, and these are short cards. And this long card can easily be felt. See, I have turned it facing down, and if I mix it anywhere among the other cards, I can very well cut from that card. See, this is the card. Because it is a long card, you can just feel it. You just touch it like so, at the both shorter ends with your middle finger and thumb at the inner end, and you can very easily cut from that card. That is the only secret. Other than that, you need a pen or a marker pen, whatever you have. So this is the preparation. Let us say that this long card, I'll call it long card, and these are short cards. So keep this long card on top, and you can show that all the cards are blank on both sides. Forget about the writing for the moment. You can show both sides that it is completely blank. And then very casually, remember the long card is at the top. Very casually, you take the long card, show both sides, it is blank, and you ask him to write something. Now this is very important. What he is going to write is not just any random thing. It should be related to him in some way, so that afterwards he will think that, yeah, I was thinking of something and I have written it down. How could he read my mind? So all attention should not be towards finding out his card, but the attention should be towards how he could read my mind. So it is a mental effect. So let us assume that he's thinking of buying a camera, and he has written camera over here. After he has written it, you're turning away, he can put it anywhere. So let's say here, and then you show him how to cut and complete the cut. Generally, all the people will cut from this end, holding at the long edges, like so. I have never seen anybody cutting from this end, like this. So it really doesn't matter which way he cuts. He may cut the pile any number of times, and whenever he is happy, he can stop. Alright, now after that, what you have to do is, you said that it is impossible for me to know where the card is where you have written. So you take the cards and say that I have trained my fingers. My fingers are very sensitive, and with the help of my sensitive fingers, I can cut at the very spot where your card is, where you have written your word. Just keep thinking about the word. So say you just cut from the long card, and this is where he has written, but you don't show it at the moment. So you cut from there and place it here on the table, and then say that this is the card where you have written, and he will look at it and find that there is nothing, and he will say that you have made a mistake, there is nothing here. You act puzzled. You say that this has never happened before. Anyway, I'll try another way. This time, I'll try reading your mind. So saying, what you do, you put these cards on top of these pile. As a result, the written card is now at the bottom. And then immediately hand these cards over. But before that, you just give it square up the cards. You should place these cards here. It should not be a perfect square. Now you just take these cards and just square the cards. Now as you square the cards, you can see what is written there. But that was an exposed view, so you just place these cards over top and then you just square up the cards and look at the word or the drawing or whatever. You just look at the word. It just takes a fraction of a second. You know it is camera. Immediately hand it over to him. And audience management is very important. He should not turn this over. So you ask him to place his hand, left hand palm up. You put it there and you show him how to do an Australian deal. So the first card goes on the table, the next card goes at the bottom. So when he understands, he continues doing it on the table, at the bottom, 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 on the table, and at this moment you say, stop, stop. He should not look like this. Before he could get a glance of the writing, you say, stop, stop. Then you explain what has taken so far. You say that you have written something that is in your mind. Now, one thing I forgot to tell you is that while he is dealing the cards, he should always think of the word he has written. That word should be in his mind. So that is very important. And ultimately, he ends up here. If there are 16 cards, always the bottom card will be the last card. It happens automatically. It is mathematics. The only thing you need to see is that he never makes a mistake. One card, the first card should always be on the table. The second card goes to the bottom and so on. It is very, very important. He should never deal two cards at a time, or he should never put two cards at the bottom or on the table one after another. Only you have to, watch out. You have to watch his hands. That is the only thing you need to do. And ultimately, when he has reached the last card, you say stop. You explain what has taken so far. And before he has turned it over, you say that, I think you are thinking of some inanimate object. It is a man-made object. It is an electronic device. Are you thinking of a camera? The presentation is up to you. Now, this is the first surprise. He'll say, what? How he has come to know about the camera. That is the first surprise. And then say that the intuition has brought you here. So just turn it over. When he turns it over, the camera is staring at his face. That's it. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. Please give it a try. Thank you very much for watching. See you again next time in the next video. Have a wonderful time performing magic. Make people laugh and happy. Bye-bye.